New charges in the Laquan McDonald case that rocked the world. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Remember Laquan McDonald? He's the 17-year-old young man in Chicago who was shot several times, whose officer almost got away with it. Prosecutors on Thursday tacked on 16 new counts to the first-degree murder charges against Chicago police officer Jason Van Dyke in the shooting of Laquan McDonald. A new indictment handed up by the grand jury last week adds the 16 counts of aggravated battery with the firearm. Apparently, one for each shot. Isn't that the way it should be? Special Prosecutor Joseph McMahon said in a hearing of the latent criminal case, one for each shot. The new indictment returned on March 16 still includes the 6 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of official misconduct that were charged in November 2015. Lawyers for Van Dyke had filed motions to dismiss the original charges against Van Dyke, claiming irregularities. Irregularities by prosecutors tainted the grand jury that returned the original indictment. Daniel Herbert, Van Dyke's lead lawyer, has argued that the grand jury that originally handed up charges against Van Dyke was given false or inaccurate information, and that Alvarez raced to file the case because of intense interest in the case. This is preposterous. Van Dyke, 38, is accused of shooting the 17-year-old McDonald 16 times in October 2014, but he wasn't charged until a year later, after a shocking video of the incident filmed by a dashboard-mounted camera was released, prompting protests across the country. Alvarez turned the case over to a special prosecutor after losing her bid for re-election to Kim Foxx. McMahon, the state's attorney in west suburban Kane County, was assigned the case in August. I think it may be a smart move to hedge their bets, Dangan said. These are charges that are going to be easier to prove. Defense attorney Steve Greenberg, who represented former Bolingbrook Police Sergeant Drew Peterson in the 2012 trial, said the move to re-indict Van Dyke was unusual. If there were problems with the grand jury the first time, maybe you've cured that, but that will be up to the judge. Greenberg also thought it was odd prosecutors added the 16 aggravated battery with the handgun counts, since those are lesser charges than the first-degree murder counts Van Dyke was already facing. If you shoot a guy 16 times, that's aggravated battery. If you shoot him 16 times and he dies, then that's murder. Either you got the horses to charge someone with murder or you don't. It's odd. No, it's not odd. What's odd is when we have someone dead to rights and we overcharge them and we come away with nothing. Looks to me like they're trying to remedy that situation in this case. Going first-degree murder in some of these cases seems ridiculous, even second degree. But this just feels right. It's going to be hard to make a case against why Van Dyke had to shoot him 16 times after tasing him. And he was unarmed. Not that you couldn't have a gun. Can you carry guns in Chicago? I don't know. I don't think it matters too much. I mean, depending on who you are. Look, guys, this is a case I will keep my eye on. I will make sure I update you as it becomes available. Van Dyke, 16 counts for 16 shots. And all was right with the world. But don't get your hopes up too much. I mean, this is the American justice system. For TBTV, I'm Tim Black. I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe to this channel and tell a friend. I give you news for people who can't stand the news.